So if you're installing the first time, then once you create the company, so the dashboard will be fresh, like it will be brand new. Then if you want to enable the POS, then you need to go to settings and then enable POS. Go to module settings and then search for POS. Enable the point of sale option here and then just press OK. And then there is another thing which we need to do, that is we need to set the default accounts. For that you need to create the default bank account here. So if you haven't created a bank account, then if you open POS, then an error will show like this. You need to set the default bank account. Okay, so for that you need to go to bank and then create a sample bank. Okay, for instance I'll add the bank name as just bank and then just save it, like enable the checkbox merchant account and then just save it. Now go to settings, module settings, and then choose default and then choose bank over here. Once you're done with that, just press OK. Now go back again to POS. Okay, so this is our POS interface. On the top left corner you can see the POS voucher number here. It will be by default it will be system generated. You can change it if you want to. You can use the request your reviews here, or you can lock the vouchers using this lock button. And then this is the barcode reading column. You can either enter the product code here or then or directly scan the product using the barcodes from this column. Or else if you want to choose the product, you can make use of this lookup function. Here once you press it, the name, the code, stock, sales rate and the international barcode of the product will be shown here. You can mention any of these criteria and search the product over here. You can either enter the international barcode or the product code or the name, etc., anything like that, and then choose the product from the grid. Since I haven't added any products, it is not listed here, so I'll just add one product. Product 1. Default purchase rate is 100 and the sales rate is 200. Just save it. Now coming back to POS. If you press the lookup function over here, you can see the product and the details over here. Okay, since we have not added any purchase invoice or any opening stock, any kind of stuff like that, the stock is 0. So once you add any purchase or any opening stock or related transactions, the stock will increment. And if you want to enter the mobile number of the party, then you can specify it over here. You can enter the mobile number and you can search the customer name based on their mobile number. And also you can change the party using this button. By default it will be a cash sale. The POS will be mainly used in supermarkets for faster billing, so the design and everything is very defined, so it is very user friendly for the end users. So they necessarily don't have to change the parties every time. So by default it will be the cash account. You can change it from here if you want to, and then you can just double tap on here and you can add the product. If you want to change the quantity or rate, etc., like that, you can double click on here and then change the quantity or rate. Or if you can choose the multi-rate from here, you can see the stock and quantity, like the quantity, the stock, and the total net amount of here. If you have provided any additional discounts, then the discount will be shown here. And then you can either use the keyboard number pads, or you can use the on-screen number pads from here, and then just press OK once you made the changes. If you want to increment the quantity, you can either change it from here, or you can just press this plus button, and in order to reduce the quantity you can press this negative sign. If you want to delete the product, you can press this dustbin icon, so that the product will be deleted from the grid. And then for the touchscreen interface, you can press this button and the groups will be shown here. Once you press the group, the products will be listed over here in this column. Okay, so once you add it, the products will be incremented here. So since as I mentioned above earlier, the design is fully capable of touch screen or both keypad and both touch based operation. And it is unlike the previous version, it is very user friendly, it is very futuristic design. And if you want to open the crash drawer, you can press this button. You need to verify the admin details over here. You must enter the admin details here. And if you want to configure the weight scale, then you need to press it, enter the admin username and password. Sorry, you need to enter the admin username and password here. Admin. Okay. So based on the barcode details, you need to enter the postcard, product code length, etc. like that. You need to refer the barcode and enter all the corresponding details over here. We will explain in detail about the weight scale in another tutorial. So for the time being, I'm skipping this. And if you want to search another bill, then you can use this option to search the previous invoice from a particular date. And then you can either do cash payments or card payments from this two buttons, or you need to specify the salesman in the default over there. You need to specify the salesman here. So there will be a button over here right in the top right corner. You need to select it. You need to specify the salesman. Since we haven't added any salesman, that's why it is not showing over here. You need to specify the salesman first. You can set it in as a default salesman from the settings option. So in order to do that, you need to create an employee. So I'll create employee 1 is a salesman. Just save it. You don't need to specify the user role if you want to specify the user role. If you want to specify the user role, then you can do it over there and then just save it. For instance, I'm not specifying the user role. Now I'm going to module settings again, going to the default and set the salesman over here. Employee 1 as salesman, and now going back to sales and pause. See, when I check it, see the default salesman will be employee 1. Now we're gonna add the product again, and now if you choose the payments option, all the three cash, check and credit card, all the details will be shown here. You can either make the payment, settle the payment as cash payment, or you can do it as check payment, or you can do the credit card payment, or else you can do partial payments as well. Okay. And for easier transaction, we have added a dedicated 2 buttons for cash and card transactions. They can just press this button and enter the details here. If they want to add denominations, then they can do it over here using that button, that link. If it is a credit card, then they have to specify the card type over here, like MasterCard, Visa card, anything like that. And then they have amount extra like that, and just settle it. Okay, enter the card number and then just settle it. So that's how a transaction is done. The balance is 0. The transaction is completed. Okay. So the next one is holding and retrieving the vouchers. So for instance, if you're currently billing for one particular customer, then the bill is currently, you are currently billing for one party, then you can hold this particular voucher by pressing this hold button or the F6 button in the keyboard. So now the voucher is holded, and I can bill another voucher if I want to enter the quantity, increase the quantity, and then just hold this voucher again and have to retrieve the previous voucher. If I want to retrieve the previous voucher, I can hold this one again and then retrieve the other one. Okay, so I can mention which one I want to retrieve and then just save it, or I can add any products and save it. Okay, likewise I can retrieve the other voucher and increase the quantity if I want, and then just save it again. So that's how we hold and retrieve the vouchers. So that is pretty much about the POS section. You can see the total amount, total quantity, gross amount, the total discount, the total tax extra, like here over here. And then the default depot will be mentioned here. The user, the login user will be specified here, the employee. And if there is any sales type like sales tax or anything like that, you can specify it over here, and the time and date will be mentioned here. And if you want to change the voucher days and etc like that, you can change it over here. If they want to change the depot, then they can change it from this button. If they want to add any party name, then they can enter it over here. And that is it about the POS section, pretty much. If they want to add the poll display and kind of stuff like that, then they can go to this settings button over here in the top right corner, and then enter the admin password and username. See, now they can see this settings, like the using barcode option is for, like, if I choose the using barcode option, the quantity of the row will increase upon adding the same product, or else the another row will be generated for each product. If I enable this using barcode option, then the quantity of that particular row will increase if I add the same product again and again. And then the next one is print while saving. So once you press the save button, the print will come. And this option is for the touch screen based system, like on double tap on any text box over here, like mobile number or anything, a keyboard will pop, the on-screen keyboard will pop up. Or either they can choose the key on-screen keyboard, or they can choose the handwriting panel on the double tap or in any text fields. If they want to enable the poll display, they can enable it over here. The settings will be shown here. They can make the changes here. They can add any text they want, and the corresponding details will be shown in the poll display. And if they want to see the print preview, then they can enable it over here. Show the rate edit window. If they want to show the rate edit window, they can enable this option, print dialog box, like they can specify the printers and etc like that. And then also they can show the keyboard based on the touch. See, like I mentioned earlier, the new POS is designed for both touch and the keyboard based users. Both of them can easily handle the application. It is very user friendly. It is very it is designed very in a futuristic manner. And that is pretty much all about the POS. Thank you for watching and have a great day.